Tlhogo went to Captain Cohen to confess about everything that she's been hiding from the police, saying that she thought she was saving Minky because of the GBV rate in SA. And then comes clean about everything and says, these people are lovers, Bruno and Minky. And then Captain Cohen says, Muna, Minky, Desmond thought the same thing. And then they plan this whole thing with what they're going to do. And then Chloe comes clean that Dala didn't know anything. And now they want to use him to go collect the ransom money. And Chloe says that he doesn't want anything to happening to Dala because Dala didn't know anything. But Cohen is saying if he cooperates and works with the police, then he's not going to get into any trouble because Utlaba Berganima police. So now Chloe goes home to tell Dala about this whole thing. Hori, she made a deal with the police and Captain Cohen was going to call Dala to discuss all the logistics about how they're going to plan out this whole thing of getting to catch Bruno and Minky. Dala is not keen. It's like, you think my police are our friend, but Chloe's like, we need to do this because if this whole thing blows over, we need to be safe. Obviously, Dallas does not really agree with this whole thing, but I think after talking to Cohen, then he was on board. And then they go to see Minky and Bruno. And then they tell them they're ready to go get the money. And Dallas says he's going to go get the money. He wants to live with Chloe, but Bruno's like, Chloe, how you feel? Chloe, we're using her as insurance, so that we're sure that you're going to bring back the money. And then Dala was not happy about that at first, but then Chloe was like, no, it's fine, music, I just not make things worse. Anyway, Dala was on my hair. Ari, if you try anything or do anything to my wife, I'll kill you both. Dala leaves then. And then comes back with the money, a bag full of money. Apparently, this money from the police, so my police are feeling Dala Chalete so that they can plan this whole catching arrest Mingili Bruno. He comes back with the money, makes sure, tells them no police will followed him. And then they check them, all the money is in there, and then Bruno hands the money over to Minky saying, it's okay, it's all in there, let's go. Now they want to take Chloe with, saying they want to use her as insurance. Mdalar, this is not happening. Oh, Chloe is not going with you. Ari, and then Sindana is like, there's no way Chloe is going with you. Chloe Lena. But Bruno is like, and then Dara says that if you dare touch her, the police, you're not going to live long enough to worry about the police. And then Bruno is like, no, not like that, man. I just want to use her as insurance. Try me. There's no way Dara is allowing Bruno to go with his wife and use her as insurance. I mean, he knows already that the police are onto them. So Chloe might be caught in the crossfire. And then Dinklaha is talking to Tidi, saying that the man, then Hloso he married is not the same Hloso that he was having an affair with. Tidi is like, hey, when it's different, side chicks and being a wife, two different things. So no, because Hloso is the traditional man, you need to be able to have a kind of girl in order to make sure you guys don't fight all the time. And then Dinklaha is like, never, not me. I'll not pretend like I don't have money just to boost his ego. And then Mandla Moli Mtunzi again. Mtunzi is worried about Tutu was saying, let's just tell him the truth. Mandla is like, no, I can't do that. Tutu is very protective of me. And I'm afraid that he might go back to drinking. But Mtunzi believes that if you tell him, then it's not going to be bad. But if you keep it quiet, if you keep it a secret, the secret that's what's going to break him. But Mandla feels like she's not ready to tell Tutu all these things. And then Pototso learns that his mom is a prostitute because Matubela Kiribon told him, but Upotso does not believe it, saying that there's no way that his mom is a prostitute. The mother that gave birth to him, no ways, they're just doing this to sort of like when you go by Lance. Kanti Tapelo is going to fall victim into Mamsi. Mamsi so sees Tapelo go levels, goes over there, starts flirting with Tapelo. Tapelo, because Uratabasadi falls into the trap and decides what they're going to sit and chat. Obviously, we know what's going to happen. Tapelo is going to end up in Mamsi's apartment. The next thing, he'll have to pay for Mavuso because Mams is not upfront for what they only have to pay after. Now, this man, Victor, the one who works for Tapelo, is now, I think he liked Bridget and now asking Tapelo, so Bridget, what kind of a person is she? Tapelo, this man, Unyaka Bridget, and he's like, man, Emanyana, hold your horses, you're out of her league. Now this guy is going to pursue Bridget because Tapelo has just told him because he's out of her league. Thank you. So Bruno and Minky, they're about to escape, but they want to use Chloe as insurance. And they say they're going to drop her off somewhere else. But Mdala's like, nope, that is not happening. You'd have to kill me first before that happens. Bruno pulls a gun on Dala, threatening him. But Mdala's like, nope, it's not happening. But if you pull the trigger, the cops are going to be on you because security will come. They'll know. Then you won't even get away. Minky says, you know what, Arzamaye man, and apologizes to Tlhori for, and thanks her for her concern when she realized she was in trouble. And then now they're celebrating. Utlhori Nomdala saying now it's up to the police. Let's hope they do the right thing. Minky and Bruno, they're leaving with their bags. And then they realize the police are onto them. Police, they just went on, they ambushed them and said, hands up. They managed to get Minky. Minky froze, but Bruno got inside the car and didn't want to get out of the car. Now they told Minky to drop the bag and begged threatened Bruno to get out of the car. But Bruno was like, nope, it's not happening. It's not happening. I get to move. Minky, just get in the car. Let's leave, man. But nope, don't listen to him because now guns are pointed at Minky. Hante Bruno utlo chava. Bruno didn't even wait for this thing. Bruno hit the ignition. Bruno ran away. Like, Bruno escaped. Libana, they couldn't even shoot the tires to catch Bruno because Bruno is a dangerous one. So Bruno got away with no money, with no Minky. Minky now is arrested. Cohen briefs Tlhori and Dalaozi. We got Minky. She got arrested. She tried to twist the story. She was a victim, but it didn't work. She's in custody. And then they say that, he says that, Bruno got away. Mdala is so disappointed. Say, how can you let the dangerous one get away? You see, we trusted you, but then you disappointed us. And then Cohen is like, we've been chasing him all day. But Cohen is also disappointed. How can you let him flee, Cohen? Hey, how could you let him get away? Now we handed you Bruno in a silver platter, but you let him go away. You see, that's why we can't trust you with these cases. Cohen didn't appreciate that. I was like, please don't talk to the police like that. Kusindan. Now, Sindane must take these matters to his own hands because obviously Bruno's going to come back for them because he's going to know that they snitched on him. He didn't get the money. He didn't get the woman he loves. Now he's worried. He says, tells Tinswado and Tlhori, what would you do? And because Tinswado's like, do you think he's going to come back? What would you do? And if you didn't get the woman you love and you didn't get the money? I'm worried because he knows where Tlhori works. And then Umdeni and Nhloso, they went house hunting. And Nhloso and Kanye, they're going on celebrating about the voting or the houses that they got. Nhloso thinks because they got a house they wanted, but like, do you realize that house is in Deep Kloof, Soweto? Now I've worked way too hard to get out of Kasi. I'm not going back to Kasi. As Marikasi, it's not like it's a failure. And when Kanye goes to school in town, we work in town, and you want us to go to Soweto and commute. And there are things Nhloso's breaking about, saying even if you host and make noise, your neighbors won't complain. Imagine, Udintle wants to get out of that and he wants to take him back there. This is what Umadlom would appreciate, not Udintle. Udintle is like, nope, it's not happening. And then Nhloso goes to Bridget to try and get his contract. Bridget says we are still waiting for the lawyers because Bridget was also shocked because they did not think about this through. And then Bridget decides to call Udintle, telling her, you know what, you need to sort out the contract thingy because your husband keeps on coming here saying it's urgent. So Udintle decides what he's going to do, a memorandum of agreement. So please do that because Nadi tells them that I don't want to tie ourselves. And then Nhloso overhears Bridget saying that you need to state clearly, the 40,000 is from you. So now we're just paying him 13,000. Yo, Dana just stood there, froze, because what is happening now? Udintle is funding the increment. And then Mamsige convinces Tabs that he must come and see and visit her in the apartment, gives him the room number. Tabs went again, but also calls Tabs to ask for to knock off Ellie. Tabs is like, oh, it's Amaya and Dwana, it's Amaya, because Tabs is enjoying time with Mams. Khandi Botsotso is going to come to Mamsi's apartment, tries to get in. Mamsi tries stopping him. Khandi Mamsu fasits Tabs. Botsotso pushes and gets inside, only to find Tabs in a compromising position. Bambo feel it yat, la bamtswalechi matlo, kuri he hobbies. They're playing hide and seek, like Mamsi said. Botsotso is like, Tabs, we rang mo. This is my mother. This is my biological mother, man. When Mamsi, this is my boss. Kuri what they're distracted. What's happening? Tapele starts getting dressed, and he wants to leave. Mom said, not so fast, that. Where's my parcel? But the parcel, you're busy enjoying life. I want my money. Tapele pulls out his wallet and starts paying Mamsi. And then now it clicks to Botsotso's house. So this whole thing that the dwellers have been telling me is true. Cheer the gang. And then the next thing, Tinsolo comes because she's hearing the noise. And then now, Umams is just speechless because now it's just proven what the Twitters were saying, Umams is a prostitute is true. And then this guy, Victor, the one that works for Taps, shoots his shot, calls Bridget and asks her to go out for drinks or dinner again. And then Bridget's like, are you asking me on a date? But I can't go in the evenings because I have a daughter. I don't like leaving out my daughter at night. We can do lunch tomorrow. This guy starts making excuses. Lunch is too small. But yeah, starts thinking, you want to run away because I've got kids. I have 3. Yeah. So Fufu was going out, just when she leaves, comes across Bruno holding a box, pretending to be a delivery guy, asking for Chloe's unit, saying that she's got a delivery for her. Bridget even directs her, saying, this is the unit. And then he knocks. Matubela opens the door. Khanti, this guy is here to kidnap Wana. And then Chloe Mdala organized a bodyguard for her, thinking that since Bruno knows where Chloe works, it's going to be safe for her to have a bodyguard to keep her safe because Bruno knows where she works, so he can just come any minute. Chloe was like, I don't need a bodyguard, but yeah, you're going to have a bodyguard because now I'm not risking your life. Everybody, the tenants, I don't care about tenants, I care about my wife. So Chloe is starkly Jack. There's nothing she can do. And then she tries calling Matubela. She doesn't pick up. And then she realizes, let me rush home. When she gets home, Matubela is tied down. Matubela says, there was a man here pretending to be a delivery guy, saying that he's got a parcel for you. And he came in and took Laruna. Tocha is scared, saying, Matwina guy, the twins are taking a nap. He only took Laruna. Tocha is defeated. Robutsang Vuvu, Rubana Baheva guy. She phones Mdala and tells him, there was a man here tied down Matuela, Uncle Laruna. Mdala is concerned, Matwina guy, Barai, Matwina thing. Vuvu is on a date, a lunch date today, this Victor guy, Wakopesha fella. And the guy went all out picnicking and go fishing, a cute picnic with fruits and seafood and meat. How Chloe she's busy ignoring Chloe's call. Chloe ends up calling her for Matubela and she picks it up saying, I can't talk right now. When Laruna kidnapile, she's missing. Now Vuvu is rushing home. And Klaus, just after finding out that Udint is the one that's pumping his promotion and increment, he goes around to Dintle's boutique to look for Dintle to confront her. Dintle's not there. She's home. He rushes home, gets home, and confronts Dintle. Dintle, at first, she's just trying to say, this came from a good heart, a good place. Didn't do this. Just I'm your wife and we're family. We're supposed to support each other. Plus, don't play it down. But you're the one who's there was no promotion. You did all this just so you can get what you want. So when you embarrass me in front of my bosses, Taps, Umdala, Uvuvu. How could you do this to me? I only did it because I'm concerned about your dreams and I want to see you do better. Closer to as in you don't see me as your man. You will never be good enough for Udintle. Dintle was just standing there defeated. Please call Vuvu and tell her to cancel this so-called fake promotion. So Dintle called Vuvu and cancelled it. But Untloso is still not happy, saying he needs some fresh air. Dintle apologized and said she didn't mean to undermine him. I wonder if they're going to come back from this. But also, after finding out Umama Keno Taps in that apartment, phones Tubela telling him, yes, people have always told me that Mama Orekishamili, but I never believed it because I wanted to think the best about my mom. But after what I've seen, and then Mamsi shows up Tubela with her bags. We are guy because he's got an apartment to go level up. Telling Pototo that she's a businesswoman, she's a service provider. Pototo, out of all the men in Johannesburg, you chose my boss. Taps is my boss. Please don't judge me. Now I'm a service provider, get business into it. Like, so all these things that people have been saying in need, how long have you been doing this life? Scandal. So the police came and started questioning Matubela if she has seen anything, she could recognize the guy. Matubela is like, hey, I did not see the guy's face because he had a gun on my face. And then Vuvu arrives demanding, where's my daughter? Matubela. And then the police asked for Laruna's picture in order to try and trace him and post her pictures. And then Tlhogo's like, do you think it's Bruno? And Dala's like, if it's Bruno, then how did you know that we have kids? And then Tlhogo, again, I might have told Miki that I have kids during our talks. So I think that's where they got it. But the whole the mere problem now is that how are we telling Fufu about this whole thing? And then Captain Cohen questions Fufu, and Fufu is like, you know what, I think I let the kidnapper here because he pretended to be a delivery guy asking for Tlhogi's unit, and I directed him. And then Matubela leaves Shem apologizing to Tlhogi. And then Cohen tells Mdala Hore, do you think it's our friend Bruno? Because if it is, the mother deserves to know the truth. And then Vuvu's sitting like, the phone girl, would say, when is this kidnapper calling? Because if they took my child and they want a ransom, why are they not calling? And then she starts thinking, did my child eat? Is she going to be able to sleep? Mama is sitting, now Vuvu is crying. And then the phone rings, ke phone ya Tlhogi. Ashu, Bruno, are Tlhogi sendani, I guess you know who's calling. Tukula Pamela phone and started talking to him, saying, hey, where's the baby? Oh, Laruna is sitting there with toys or food, whatever it is that he gave to him. And this guy starts demanding money. Dala's like, you know what, you took the wrong child. It doesn't matter. Teki Batlang is 20 million rands. The previous one was a fake kidnapping. I want 20 million rands for ransom. At least 5 million. Nope. I want 10 million and I'm not cutting it. And then Bridget is like, why is the kidnapper calling you and not me? Why is it calling Tlhogi's phone and not my phone? And then they realize they have no choice but to come clean and tell Bridget the truth. Now Vuvu is like, so wanaka umatadeng because of you too. Huh? I wonder Bridget will have hey? Because this business now is causing problems. But and then Hloso shouts at Kanye. I see a divorce brewing between these two, hey? Because who does he think he is shouting at Kanye Jewel for wanting to go on holiday because her friends are going on holiday? What am I supposed to do when my friends are on holiday? Go Disneyland, and Hloso is shouting at her saying, life is not a competition. You can't compare yourself to friends. They look on Dinkle's face. You could just see Dinkle is starting to reevaluate her life choices because who does this man think he is? I bet Dinkle has money. She can just take Kanye on a holiday, but she can't because she has to pretend that she doesn't have money to boost Hloso's ego. And then Mamsili Botsotso got all the information that he needed from Mamsi. Mamsi Hori, she did go to Italy, got married, got divorced, and he was kicked out of Italy because her visa expired. And now Botsotso's like, but why didn't you come home? I came home, I've been in Pretoria this whole time. So around 2010, Mamsi has been here, but didn't bother coming back. Botsotso are asking, take all these things that you bought for me, because you can this thing that you're doing, prostitution how. And then Botsotso Uwana taps and tries to run away from him. Taps are, please, let's talk, man. Right again, can you not talk about this ever? Because let's just pretend it didn't happen for my mental sanity. Out of respect, brother, let's just not talk about it. And then Madloma tells Matubela Hore, Mtunzape wants to tell Ntutugo about us. But Matubela is like, Emma Hanyane, you can't tell Ntutugo unless you guys are sure that what you're doing is serious. Fufu is furious because why is a child suffering and not the twins? They don't even know what to say, saying that Mutako Urunyaka 10 million and we'll find the money. Fufu is like, where are you gonna get the money? Because now I don't have money lying around. I've invested in businesses. Lily now you just did your apartments now. Where do you get this money lying around? Now I'm phoning the police. I'm Dala's like, I also phone the police. So if you involve the police, something bad might happen to Laruna. So please just give me time. I'll get the money. I'll get Laruna. I'll save Laruna. I'll fix this. Tlhogo tries to convince Vuvu, hey, please listen to Tukulo. I think he's right. Vuvu is furious, saying, what's again, damn you too. And when Tlhogo, please don't you dare. Don't even try to soften me up. Because he's trying to soften her up, going on about no, just let me worry about my child. And you know what? If anything happens to Laruna, I will never forgive when Alimudala. And then Tlhogo goes to see me in prison, demanding answers. How do you know what your boyfriend has done? And our housemate, what you're marrying and not our child. have you spoken to him? Mugela, nope, I haven't spoken to Bruno. Do you know where he is? I don't know where he is. Some contact and nothing. He has left me here to rot here. But one thing I can promise you is that Bruno will never have the baby. And then, so this girl seems to not know where Bruno is. Bruno has not made contact. So, Bruno is a wanted man, and he's not coming for you. He's done with you. Otherwise, all I ever wanted was to get money from my husband because I knew I would get nothing from divorce. And then Dala cornered, he goes and asks for help from Tapelo. Despite everything that they went through, Dala putting Tapelo through a lot, he goes and asks for money. Taps is like, why should I help you? And they want 10 million, so I need 5. And then Tapela was made it clear, I'm doing this for Vuvuli Laruna, not you. When I want nothing to do with you guys. And then Captain Coin phones Dala, asking if Bruno has made contact yet. I don't know. He lies to Captain Coin, saying he hasn't heard anything yet. Taps goes to speak to the CFO to ask him to release the 5 million. CFO likes to play by the book. He's like, we need the board of directors to sign it off. Taps is like, hey, we're like emergency. One of them kidnapping, one of Vuvu. Now, because Akiri got an interest go Vuvu, says, one of Vuvu, but police saying, are you just going to hand over such a lot of money to this guy? And then now they're sitting, waiting to hear on this Bruno guy. He makes the phone call and demands to know where is this money. But we want proof to know, we want proof of Laruna, she's still alive, she's still okay. He then sends a picture. Vuvu sees the picture and feels a bit relieved, sharp. And then, but okay, let's plan, let's arrange where we're meeting. And I'm changing this whole thing. Now I want Minky in exchange for Laruna. Because Minky is in police custody. There's no way I can get you Minky. I'll make it happen. Kinyaka Minky in exchange for Laruna. Forget about the money. Kinyaka Minky mo. And just know that the clock is ticking and you need to get Minky here. Or else, Wano, Yamusat. Now, Dala is thinking, how am I going to get Minky out of prison? I mean, Mingu Twere. And then now they want to know what's going on. Muto Aring, hey, Mdala is defeated. It's like, hey, Usharakana, hey. It's a mess. Like, it's a mess indeed, hey. And then, Madlomo's fans, where are you? Because didn't really Kloso, they're always on each other's throats now. Now they're fighting on this thing. Didn't they confronted Kloso about how he spoke to Kanye, saying, you can't speak to my child like that. Kloso feels like, oh, Dintle is too soft on Kanye and says, Kuti, kids need some feminist, man. You can't tell me how to raise my child. Anyway, you know, you promised me a house. So whether promotion or not, I still want that big house. Play like this, and I was just trying to help you, not undermine you. But like this does not feel like a normal marriage anymore. Normal marriage. What do you mean normal marriage? Normal marriage you show yippee. Lega peko normal egalo the other one. Because God do shatega ning when, Usho yippee ganyati no mega peko. Dintle was like, hey, what did you say? Who are you talking to like that? Now they're screaming at each other. Kanye had to come and say, are you guys fighting? Oh, no, because now fleeing is not the same as marriage. And then like, no, you always welcome here. And then she tells them that she wants to get a job and get her own place. But hey, in a supermarket, but they get there Gasa, because Gasa is now managing the supermarket. Semi Days went on retirement. The only thing he has available is cleaning and picking the shelves. Martha's like, yo, mom says like, no, me not cleaning. But yep. And she's going to get 1.8 per month, imagine. And then now she's mopping floors, go supermarket every day. And Kiriwan is so happy to see her scrubbing floors. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.